In this video, I'll be touching on an issue that I've been discussing a lot with my peers, and it's nothing more than how to navigate the job market during the pandemic. Maybe the advice here is not only applicable during a pandemic, but the pandemic has most definitely pushed us to reconsider how we approach the job market during a crisis. If you find yourself in a situation where your contract has ended or your company has proceeded to massive layoffs and you're considering the next steps on how to land a job, the advice in this video is relevant to you. So when you find yourself without a job, or even if you're working and you want to transition to a different job, you realize that finding another job is a full-time job. And that's not news, especially though if you're not working. A feeling that I've been discussing a lot with my peers is that you want to feel productive and you want to feel that you're doing something that can lead you to your next job. And until now, that something has been to look through job postings on LinkedIn or on different websites and applying to those jobs, tweaking your CV or your cover letter, perhaps discussing with someone within the organization to help you understand the respective role in that organization or the culture better. But from what I've discussed with my peers, that's where everyone usually stops. So if you feel that you've been doing this and you've had no results, and it's been weeks or months with no results, then maybe you should try something different. So what you've probably heard is that when you're looking for a job, just updating your CV and perhaps tailoring your cover letter to the specific position is not enough. And that's true, because if there's already a role, the recruiters are probably getting a lot of applications that look pretty similar. That is to say that when you're applying to a job posting, it means that the competition is already high, and that definitely does not help. Another way to maximize your chances would be to speak with someone within the organization, ideally someone in the role or in the team that you want to join, learn more about the organization that can potentially help you tailor your cover letter and your resume accordingly. You can also ask that person to drop their name on your application. But speaking from experience, that's not enough, especially now during the pandemic where the roles are more scarce and the competition is even higher because a lot of skilled professionals are finding themselves without a job. So let's say that you have already tried that, you have already connected with people within the organization, you've hopefully spoken with the hiring managers, or you've asked someone within the organization to connect you with the hiring manager or the HR. If the organization has already posted a role, you speaking with the hiring manager or someone in that team, and potentially someone with the HR, can show interest and can definitely help you if you're invited for an interview. But you have probably heard this advice before, so this is not news. What was news to me last year when I found myself in a situation like this was that applying to these jobs, especially if you're applying for entry-level positions in your respective fields, is that is not enough. And why is that? Because when a position has already been posted, the respective organization will definitely go for someone that has more experience than you. Even if you are a stellar candidate and you've done interesting things, especially during the pandemic, the organization will play it safe and will go for someone that has the experience. So how do you become proactive? The best way to do that is to connect with people in organizations that you know that they haven't posted a position yet. And why is that? One, because there is no competition there. So the person that will be speaking with you already knows that they don't have a role. And you better approach this as just connecting and not asking for a favor. So how can you do that? Ideally, you will want to connect with hiring managers. If you're a lawyer, that would mean a partner at a firm. But you cold emailing those people will most probably be in vain. So how can you best approach them? The best way is to reach out to someone who is at your level and connect with them just to understand the organization better and to be able to ask better questions when you meet with those hiring managers or someone that is higher in the hierarchy than the person you're first speaking with. Make sure to clarify that you meeting with them does not mean that you're asking for them to hire you. It's easier when you know what you want to do or you have an idea about the areas that you want to practice in. So you connecting with someone that does, let's say, technology law or real estate law, and you haven't practiced that yet, you showing interest and understanding what their day-to-day looks can help you first ensure that you are on the right track and that you really like what you wanted to practice in. But also you would see that during that conversation, that person will share things that can help you make a decision if you like the culture or not. If that conversation goes well, that person will volunteer to send your resume to the HR or to connect you with someone else. And you want to keep these conversations simple and natural, and you want to focus more on connecting with the person than achieving your goal of having them connect you or refer you to someone else. So keep it simple, keep it casual, have a conversation. This can help you practice your pitch, because it's going to sound more natural. You will realize by meeting with these people what are the most essential parts of your pitch that you want to include every time that you speak with someone. Of course, you should have done your research and understand what these people have done and how those people ended up in that organization that can help you break the ice. But again, treat it as a friendship, treat it as someone that you'll be encountering even if you don't work at that organization, because those are your peers in your respective industry and you're creating a peer support system. So explain this to them, that this is for you an opportunity to connect with the professionals that are practicing in the area that you want to build a career in. And if that conversation goes well, it will naturally lead to them referring you to their network, or them taking your CV to their HR, or them connecting you with other professionals. You should end those informational interviews by asking them if they can refer you or connect you with other professionals or with someone that is higher in the hierarchy within the organization or elsewhere. Probably their mentors or whoever they think that you should meet, and that would be crucial in leading you or giving you the proper insights for you to make a decision on how to approach job hunting. And I know that this can sound scary or make you feel like you're escaping your comfort zone, but this is the most effective way of finding a job during a pandemic or during any situation where the positions are scarce and you are not bringing tons of experience that you can be competitive. So the best way is to create a network of these professionals and to ask them to, one, review your application because perhaps the organization is following different procedures. Ask them to connect you with HR because perhaps HR wants to see something that you don't have in your application and that's why you're not being considered. And speak with the managing partners because they can tell you about the needs of an organization. They can tell you that they recently hired, so they're not looking to hire, but perhaps they know of another organization that is looking to hire and they can connect you with that organization. People are generally trying to be helpful because they understand that they have either been in that situation or it's so easy to find yourself in that situation. It has nothing to do with skill set. You may be a great candidate and just the opportunity or the timing is not right. So people understand that. When you ask those peers to connect you with someone that is higher in the hierarchy, like a partner or a hiring manager, when you speak with those people, try to have gauged what they want to hear. Try to understand what conversations they would be more interested in engaging other than asking them about things that they hear often. Try to tailor your questions to the person that you're meeting. This requires a lot of research and it's definitely not easy. The easiest thing is just to change the name of the organization and keep sending the same resume and the same cover letter and wondering why it doesn't work. But you connecting with HR or with the hiring manager even before a position is posted helps those individuals keep you top of mind when they essentially decide that they have a need, or they may just decide that they don't want to advertise because they already have some people through their network that have been recommended for an interview and you want to be that person. And so you want to be proactive and speak to your network and ask them to refer you if they hear anything in the market. So good luck. And I know that it's stressful, but trying to be proactive definitely maximizes your chances as opposed to following the job postings and competing with everyone else. Good luck, and don't forget to ask any questions in the comments. Thank you.